Seattle children's surgeons performed open-heart surgery on Mia Lucas in 2019. That was followed by frightening news for her family that she might have been exposed to Aspergillus mold in the operating room during surgery.
For our family specifically, a very tragic scare where we thought our daughter was infected with Aspergillus. The hospital should be accountable for that.
Nearly 5 years later, a verdict today in a lawsuit brought by Mia's family and 3 others who were also treated for mold exposure at Children's.
Did defendant's negligence proximately cause injury to Wesleyan Kaplan? Answer, yes.
Seattle Children's has admitted that Aspergillus in its operating rooms killed 7 young patients over 20 years. And in this trial, it admitted liability for exposing the children to the risk of Aspergillus, even though they weren't infected. Jurors decided how much the hospital should pay for any additional suffering.
Question 5. What do you find to be the amount of damages for each of the following? Mia Lucas, $70,000. Jennifer Mills, $20,000. Jason Lucas, $10,000.
That's $100,000 total for Mia and her 2 parents. Are you disappointed?
I would not say I'm disappointed.
If money talks, isn't this the jury saying, we don't think the harm is that significant?
Well, I think 6-figure verdicts are significant.
The legal team representing plaintiffs says the significance of the case is that years of litigation forced Children's to admit that it's liable for the mold risks in its operating rooms. That could be helpful to future litigation. For Jennifer Mills, herself a doctor of internal medicine, that's worth the effort.
Our goal is that Seattle Children's Hospital becomes better.
Seattle Children's issued this statement right after the verdict came down today. It says, in part, Seattle Children's accepted responsibility for the potential exposure in our operating rooms, and we accept the jury's verdict. The law firm that filed this case, Strip Matter Kessler, says that's one of the significant things about this case, not so much the dollar amount. They say this litigation forced the hospital to admit liability for exposing children to the risk of mold, and that admission could be helpful for future lawsuits. Joyce?
That is my question, too, because aren't there other mold-related cases that are still awaiting trial?
Yeah, there are. There's about 70 other plaintiffs whose children were exposed to mold but not infected. Those have to go to trial. Then there's about 20 other cases of children who claim they were infected by mold at the hospital. Some got sick, some even died. So there could be a lot of trials ahead here, yes.
So a lot more information to come.
Sure.
Thank you, Chris.